In the beginning, there was the webmaster, one person who was responsible for not only running a company website, but posting all the content. Now, almost anyone can be a part of the team that puts information online, and that, along with the impact of mobility and social media, is making the selection, upkeep, and management of web content tools more challenging for IT departments than ever before. I'm Shane Schick, Editor-in-Chief of IT World Canada, and in the next 10 minutes we're going to take you through a case study that shows how one local organization successfully improved the web content management capabilities available to its staff, along with some advice from an industry expert on how to achieve similar results. Along the way, we'll be covering the key factors that are leading corporate enterprises to make changes to their web content platforms, the biggest challenges you should be prepared to face, some key metrics for success, and some ideas for further research. According to Eric Gotts, companies tend to put off a web content management overhaul until they're forced to, either from new legislation around website accessibility or because they've been spending a disproportionate amount of time and money on their websites.
They have to keep on hiring people to continue to develop and enhance their websites. It gets to the point where they can no longer manage it, and they're saying we need an automated solution. We have to have greater productivity. Other organizations are looking, saying, hey, we may have some old technology, it's not state of the art, it doesn't support some of the big trends that are happening in the market, such as support for social and mobile, and that's often a compelling reason to sort of reevaluate and say, well, let's see what's out on the market and let's go out and invest in something new.
At Ryerson University in downtown Toronto, the problem stemmed as much from a product that had reached its end of life to growing frustrations around features and functionality. Marilyn Prasad, the school's web services manager, said the system had gotten to the point where some bugs just could not be fixed.
We knew what some of the issues were with the old product. As I mentioned, the browser compatibility issue, the fact that you actually had to work on your desktop, nothing was saved onto a server, so you had to make some changes and download quite a number of products to your desktop to just make it functional for that CMS. So it was tricky for a lot of people who didn't have any skills to actually, when we tell them you have to update your registry, you have to have access to a C work folder, and it was tricky for them.
The old system, it was definitely very finicky, I would say. Even when you knew where things went and how to put it there, you still had to hope that it worked.
Here's how Ryerson tackled the problem. Prasad said she and her team used the information from its ticketing system, coupled with in-depth meetings among major stakeholders on their needs, and this process led to a request for proposal where the requirements portion ran more than 80 pages. This is one area that too many organizations overlook, according to Gott.
I do believe, especially for marketing people, that there's a big trend for them to embrace more and to control more over the web and over the branding and be able to support things such as globalization. Mobile is a huge one. It's an area where the marketing organization have expectations saying, we need to get out there, we need to do this quickly.
After a lot of online readings and demos, Prasad and her team chose CQ5, a product from Adobe's Day software, which she said included the social collaboration and other components she felt could keep Ryerson where it would need to be about 5 years from now. While planning the change management is usually a big part of these projects, Prasad said it wasn't a problem here.
People were dying to get out of the old product. The phones wouldn't stop ringing with them just saying, when are we launching the new system? When are we going to get the new system? So it wasn't that difficult to transition for them. They were dying for it.
Instead, the team of 4 focused on the configuration of the product. This involved writing more than 10,000 lines of code with 30 Java classes, then grabbing content from the old system and putting it into CQ5. 7 rounds of testing took place, but the team ran into a critical problem. Some JavaScript errors were making pages impossible to transfer over.
Our programmers actually came up with a really creative solution to take every single JavaScript and every single server-side include and create a separate file, and then ID that file, and then pull that file back in once we got it to CQ. So it was kind of creative.
Oh, that is interesting.
Yeah, and it actually worked.
The system was launched in September of 2011 across 200 sites and is available to more than 150 active users. According to Prasad, the biggest training concern has been making sure that users don't overthink the new system.
I think once they get the hang of it, I think they'll realize how easy it is and stop overthinking it, because they're still in the old world where you have 15 steps to create one navigation item.
Ryerson will be monitoring its support tickets and conducting a user survey to gauge its success. Eric Gott suggested that organizations should also consider integration with tools like Omniture to monitor visitor behavior, such as where people are leaving a website.
For marketing, that's gold. Because you can publish your content out to the website and do your best for some initial testing, but if you can actually see vividly the behavior, then that's something that you can instantaneously measure.
Ryerson has helped keep users informed through a blog as well as a special Twitter account. And its next steps will likely be a redesign of the school's portal to include more social elements like commenting and integration with Facebook and YouTube. Gott's advised organizations to also consider the cloud, given that spikes in traffic could mean they'll need greater compute infrastructure on short notice. And working with third parties like Amazon means you could actually decommission some servers and save costs. In the meantime, organizations have to now consider how they'll render web content not merely for desktops, but for social media and mobile devices as well.
Challenge, though, for organizations because they have to rethink things. Historically, organizations say, well, this is what the website will look like. And now they're saying, well, what is a mobile website? What is it going to look like on mobile? And then let's look at what it'll look like in a browser. And that's a shift.
For more on content management, visit our topic page on itworldcanada.com, sign up for our weekly Enterprise Business Applications newsletter, or subscribe to Computer World Canada. For Computer World Canada, I'm Shane Schick. Thanks for watching.